Okay, guess what? It's time for the BBCOC, and as usual, tech glitches are preventing us from live broadcasting today. So we've given up after a half an hour and are recording live, but not online. So Rachel, I'm with Rachel Wade, the director of the Big Bear Chamber of Commerce in Big Bear Lake, California, serving the entire mountain communities up here. How was your week?
It was a good week, a very busy week, as it always is, but some very exciting things happened. We were working with the last field trip for the Young Entrepreneur Program to Bear Mountain and Snow Summit with a group that we work with the Career Center here in Big Bear, and it's our first program that was the Leadership Connection program. So we took them to Bear Mountain and Snow Summit, and they got to interview all the jobs that Snow Summit and Bear Mountain have, which was very exciting. The students were very happy, and in fact we got really good reviews from the students on going up to Bear Mountain and seeing how everything worked.
And just to pop in, if you haven't viewed any of the previous BBCOCs, we're talking about the Young Entrepreneurs Program, where students are able to shadow other businesses, get a backdoor exposure to how those businesses are run and how they're operating.
And also connect, hence the name Leadership Connection, is connecting with the leaders of those organizations so they understand better of what it's like to be a leader, how to develop those skills in being a leader, and that they can be a leader too if they invest their time into being a leader. So it was a really good program. We also had a wrap-up meeting with the Career Center about the program, which was a really, really good meeting. And we looked at what we're going to do at the next program, which should start in about September for these students. And we have some great ideas to even improve on this program even better than what we did this last one, which was just the kickoff program. So we're really excited about it.
And in the online world, we call that the beta program.
The beta.
It's a test program. So for those of you who are interested maybe in participating next year, it's a great opportunity to impact the youth and to motivate them to think a little differently beyond the job into becoming an entrepreneur, business owner, which is what the United States is infamous for, right?
Yes.
So, and I just want to pop in, those of you, we were getting some really good feedback on the Webucation program we just did. We were talking about getting a return on relationships. So that was really kind of, and I talked to a couple people, they said they weren't overwhelmed, they just realized how much they had to do, so it kind of left them speechless. The good news is I have partnered with another group out of the South who are doing something similar, and we'll be getting you some how-tos that I'll probably do online that teaches you the mechanics of setting up some of your social sites and what you need to do. And by social sites, I mean things like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, the big ones that will get you the most leverage for your time and energy, and also money. Hopefully that will give you a return on investment. So that's what we talked about. So we're going to be getting into some more mechanics. Again, if you have not filled out that survey, when you see the next email blast and see that request to go fill it out, it's 5 simple questions. Mainly, we want to know what topics you want to be taught or learn about. And also it takes you through the times and the dates that work best for you so that you can attend live. Because when you attend live, you get to ask more questions and you get the personal feedback and personal answers to those questions. So that's all I have to say about that. And you're back with what?
Well, I just want to touch on what you said before you move on. This is a great resource. Diana is here, and she's a great resource for our members in our community. Use her. Take the time to come to these and ask the questions. You're going to learn so much. I was in one of them. I was just floored by the amazing information that I was given that I didn't even have a clue about. And it really helped me understand that there's so much out there that I don't know. I need to take the time and invest in, and hence why Diana's here more, is I need to understand these things. So take the time and see those webinars and come to the Webucations.
Right. The Webucation is a live event, and they will be posted online as well. And just a little note about that, it is overwhelming. I've been active online since 1995 and pretty much full-time since probably 2000. And so there is a lot to learn, and nobody expects you to know it all.
No.
I don't even know it all. Things are changing at such a rapid rate. But if you get the education, at least have some semblance of understanding, it will prevent you from making mistakes that will harm your online business presence. It's like it's virtual real estate, actually. So if you have a storefront, or if you're a service business and you see your customers, when you have presence online, it works the same way. So don't neglect getting whatever. If you come live, great. If you catch it online, that's fine too. But just make sure you schedule some time to do so. Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about the last mixer at the Hacienda.
Yes, it was well attended. Over 80 members came, and non-members. And you know, the Hacienda is such a great place, and it's new decorations and everything. I hope if people don't come to the mixer that they go and they visit Gus and Nancy and say hello, and let them know how great their place looks, and with their new parking lot, how, you know, that's great to be able to get in and out of there. And their food is, of course, always perfect. So I just want to take the time and thank everybody for coming and participating in the mixers. Again, those mixers are so important for networking. It's the purpose of meeting somebody that may even know somebody, you know, 2 or 3 people down the line that will refer business to you. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up. I'm kind of choking on some words. I apologize for that. But please know that's the whole purpose of these mixers. Get out there, meet people. Somebody will refer back to your business because they know you. And that's what Big Bear is all about. It's what we do best.
And you know, that's a good point. And we talked a little bit that on the, you know, in the last Webucation event, return on relationships. It's not so much the person that you're networking with at that point, it's the people that they know, or it could be a referral partner. You know, there's lots of ways to do some incentives. There's a local business in the village, actually, that just started doing a coupon card discounts. A lot of merchants got together. They offered a 10% discount for their businesses, and those cards are circulating around now to drive business across to each other. So those are the things you want to look at. And this week I didn't meet as many new people. I think I only met 3 new businesses that I didn't know before. Normally I'm 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. I like to talk to them. I like to get to know them and their business. And if you've received an email from me saying, you know, please call me, I want to talk about your business, it's not a sales pitch. It's I want to know what you're doing and how maybe we can network together. That's what I look for. But this week I was pleased that my Google photographer, Kenneth Cox, who is a member of the Big Bear Chamber of Commerce, came up from his neck of the woods, which is down over towards, not Joshua Tree, but
Temecula.
Anyway, so he's over in the desert. So he came up and got to meet several business people and talk a little bit about the virtual tours that he's doing with Google. He's an independent trusted photographer, and what that means to you as a business is people can see your business and your products when you're not there. And he was networking. I was taking him around, introducing him. He's the guy, if you don't know, that Google has in all their videos. So he's a force to be reckoned with. He's very professional, been in the photographic industry for forever, and periodically comes up here. He's one of our agency partners. So if you did meet him, I encourage you to get to know him. He's a great guy. And that's one of those things where, you know, he came up and I just grabbed him and just started introducing him. So don't be afraid to introduce new members or new people that you've met around as well, because that's certainly one of the benefits of the mixers.
Absolutely. And thank you, Diana, for doing that. It is a big thing, and he does a really good job. So stay connected with Ken as well. I also want to talk about an exciting thing that just happened this morning. I went over to the Wolf Creek Wine Room, and they made an announcement that they are producing wine. Now, so that kind of adds a new element to Big Bear that's going to attract people from off the mountain that are wine connoisseurs. So it's going to bring up a different audience than we've ever had before, which is really exciting for Big Bear. So those people that usually like wine also do a lot of shopping. So that's really good for our businesses in our village and our storefronts. So I'm just really excited about that. I wanted to really, get that out there. You guys, look, we're going to bring up some new people to Big Bear. So get the word out. Let people know. If you want to tweet about it, get it out on your Facebook and your storefront to attract more people to your business too, because you've mentioned it. It will happen. If we work together, we'll get more people up here. I'm very excited, obviously, about it. So I also wanted to remind everybody to shop the village. I know the construction's going on. We mentioned it last week. We're working with it as best we can, but the stores are open. Don't be deterred. There is come park in the Bartlett parking lot. Walk up there. It's clean. It's nice. It's, yes, there is construction going on, but all those stores are open. Please take the time to go visit our storefronts and see what they have to offer. If we don't put our own money into Big Bear, we will lose money all around the community. So go shopping.
Yeah, we've been doing that a lot. I came in with one of my favorite web designers today. Actually, we had lunch in the village, and it's been really great on another level in that I've been in the village more than I have in a long time. I used to come into the village at least once a week, and I've been a bit off grid for a while. But coming in at this time, I find I've been shopping a lot in the village, but also those merchants have the time to talk with you. Mm-hmm. So it's a really great way to also, put your money where your mouth is and shop local, but also to get to know other merchants and on a more personal level, because they have the time. They don't always have the time to chat because they're super busy running their business. And at this time with the construction, they do have a little bit of extra time. So I found it really interesting to be able to meet and have more in-depth discussions with some of the merchants here. Right. So, that was a pleasant surprise for me.
You said it better than anybody has. I mean, this time of year anyway is a great time to go and meet your merchants, because it is a little slower. We have less traffic coming up from down the mountains. So take the time to get to know everybody in our community, and let's start with the village right now. They could use our help.
Okay, so any other parting comments before I have my last little pitch for the chamber?
That's it. I'm very excited, and next week's going to be just as busy, so stay tuned.
And hopefully no tech glitches.
Yes.
But on a parting comment, if you haven't connected with the Big Bear Chamber of Commerce on Facebook, please look for the logo. Just type at the top, type in the search Big Bear Chamber of Commerce, and it should come right up. You'll look at when you see the logo, that's the page you want to go and like. Be sure to connect, because that's a great way to interact with other members, promote your events and your specials right from the Chamber Facebook page, and that's part of what it's for. All right, so that's it for this week's BBCOC. We'll be back at you next week. In the meantime, shop local. It makes sense. Bye.
Bye.